You know that's going to be here before you know.
Oh, yes.
Time flies, brother. The anthem has been sung. And we will be a-rocking and a-rolling. With Serrano having the ball on a tee.
See the Tarpons here, they can kick this ball. I believe their special teams are much improved. When you see Serrano gets it close to the end zone at times.
You have to be careful because Terrebonne's going to send Parker, number 4, St. Germain, and others, 0 Diggs. They've got some weapons back there. Let's have some fun.
Also back deep.
Tarpons kicking right to left here at Tom B. We are underway. It is a wobbly kick that bounces at about the 20-yard line. Working it up the field across the 30. Uh-oh. Breaking tackles, getting tripped up near midfield. So a good starting field position for Terrebonne. That was Diggs, I believe, on the return.
Yes, that was Diggs. Casey did a good job. He was trying to come to the right side of the field, saw a seam up the middle, and he just burst up that seam, crossing midfield.
So to be 1st and 10 for Terrebonne, Owen Oliver is their starting quarterback. We would expect he to be behind center. And it is Mr. Owen Oliver, and it is Quincy Adams in the backfield with him. They've got trips to the right side of the field. Tarpons with a 3-man front. Man in motion. Inside handoff. Oh, big hole. Adams breaking tackles, getting across the 40, and gets tripped up at the 37-yard line. Gain of about 13 and a first down for Terrebonne.
Yeah, Adams broke a tackle. Tarpons had good pursuit, but just who broke the tackle.
Coach Lewis has told us that, hey, my offensive line is really, really good. And they opened up a big hole there. 1st and 10, trips now to the left. Oliver looking to throw, has a lot of time, shoots it down the middle, wide open receiver across the 20. I think he stepped out of bounds. They're saying no. And he's going to be tripped up at about the 6-yard line. That's number 4, Mason St. Germain. They will rule him out at, I believe. Nope, they're marking him out at the 6. Thought they said he went out at the 12, but they mark him out all the way at the 6. It's a big gain, and Terrebonne's knocking on the door.
St. Germain did a good job coming across the coverage. A lot of time for the quarterback.
1st and 10, Oliver. Well, nope, he'll keep it. He gets drilled, but I think into the end zone for a Terrebonne touchdown. So a 3-play scoring drive, and that is not what the doctor ordered for the Tarpons defense.
3 plays, 49 yards.
Some of the bugaboos of last season there, giving up poor starting field position, giving up a couple of big plays. And now we got the extra point try. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is good. So, Terrebonne strikes first. The Tarpons will have their chance. We'll be back in 1 minute with a 7-0 score here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Branson McCormick will be kicking it away left to right. Tarpons have a trio back there, and it looks like they're going to kick it right at Terrence Petrie. Let's see if Terrence can make something happen from the 10. Cutting up the field, tripped up at about the 22-yard line. So the Tarpons will be in a little bit of a hole as they'll start off.
Only me to start the season off with an ink pen with no ink.
Brother, we are in a press box with fogged windows. We are in a press box with no lights. The ink pen with no ink is probably the least of our worries right now. 13:29 to go in the opening half. 7-0 Terrebonne. Bo Robert will lead the Tarpons out onto the field.
Looks like the ball spotted right at the 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be Dre Hughes in the backfield with Robert on this first down snap. Tarpons have trips. It'll be Jarvis, Elliott, Shermy, and Petrie flanked out to the right. Jarvis now working to the right side of the formation. He'll hand it to Hughes, picking around the line. He's going to get thrown for a loss. Big boys up front by Terrebonne. 99, Julian Coleman says, no, sir.
Yeah, and look, Terrebonne's pretty quick up also on the defensive line.
Number 10 for South Lafourche, Jack Castaneda just checked into the game. So there's a two-way player. Jack's a defensive back playing some receiver duty tonight with the team a little short-staffed. It's an empty 5-receiver set this time for Robert. Remember, the Tarpons are without their starting quarterback and starting running back tonight. Robert will throw it as far as he can down the field, and it's incomplete. It's intended for Petrie. There was coverage all over him.
And we'll have a flag on the play. They may get Terrebonne for holding.
There was some contact. I was about to say, I didn't know that it was catchable, but there was some contact.
Actually, it was a good ball by Robert. It's just Terrence was held up and didn't get to the spot where he should have been because they were holding him.
And it is pass interference on the defense, so that will be 15 yards and a Golden Motors first down.
Good call by the official because Petrie was trying to break out into his route. They just never let him.
First and 10, 12:41 to go in the opening half. Hughes will stay in the backfield with Robert. Play action. They'll dump it out in the flats. Jarvis has a lot of room to run. Getting blocks, 45, 50, tripped up out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That's a Golden Motors first down and a really nice pitch and catch.
Good blocking by Jack Castaneda on the outside for the Tarpons. Allowed Jarvis to pick up extra yards on that catch and run.
Good play design there. You got a young quarterback, easing him into the game, getting him a nice, easy throw. $12-10 and counting in the opening quarter. Happier with this here on KLEB.
Green checks in for the Tarpons number 13.
He's a big part of what they're hoping to do on offense. He's a big body weapon. And he's in motion right now. Ball on the left hash. Inside handoff to Hughes. He's stacked up. It falls across the 45. Gain of about 2 or 3.
Nice run by Hughes. Hit the hole extremely hard and fast. Good gain there for the Tarpons.
Good opportunity for Dre here. You don't have Meathead in the lineup. Get yourself some carries. 11:23 and counting in the opening quarter. It'll be second and about 7 for the Tarpons. Ball still on the left hash. Robert in the gun. Play action, shoots it down the middle. Dangerous throw, nearly intercepted. It was intended for Petrie, but it was behind him, and that was nearly one going the other way.
Timing wasn't there on that route. Robert just threw it a little bit in back of him. Ball was tipped, and luckily for the Tarpons, it wasn't intercepted.
Third down and about 7. The Tarpons got to get to, I'm looking at this, it looks like about the 37-yard line.
See if they come in a little screen.
Four receiver shotgun set. Robert has a clean pocket, shoots it down the middle. There's Petrie trying to turn the corner. He's got a Golden Motors first down and more. Out to about the 30. Nice pitch and catch.
Good play call there from Coach Young. All they did was Petrie just went across the field. No one picked him up. He was wide open, and good job by Robert getting him the ball.
So 11 minutes exactly left on the clock in the opening half, quarter, whatever you want to call it here at the Jamboree. And the Tarpons are on the move. It'd be a big confidence boost for that offense if they could answer Terrebonne's score with one of their own. Shotgun set. Three receivers set. Handed to Hughes, picking through the line. Not much. Some big boys for Terrebonne did a nice job bottling that one up.
I like the way Hughes is hitting the hole. He's hitting it pretty darn quick. Short game, but you still have to have that. These backers come up, then like last time, Petrie across the formation was wide open.
10:36 and counting. It'll be second down at about 9. Three receivers set. Green is the tight end in the formation. Robert waiting on the snap. Hughes flanks out in motion. Robert will shoot it deep down the field, and that one I think got picked off. Did it?
No.
Incomplete. I apologize, you guys. At this side of the field, my window is fogged to the max. But it did fall incomplete. It was a pass down the middle of the field.
The ball was just a little bit behind Jarvis, and Jarvis made a great attempt to try and catch it for a second. I thought he did have it.
A little bit of traffic there. Now we got a big third down play. Man in motion. Shoots it to the sidelines. A little tunnel screen. And the Tarpons get a little bit out of it. It's not going to be a first down.
Yeah, it developed a little bit too quick right there, didn't Robert threw the ball down on the screen too quick. The lineman he didn't allow the lineman enough time to get out and block down.
Now fourth down.
Look for a hard count first here from the Tarpons.
9:45 and ticking. I can't even see the sticks. It looks like it's fourth and about 7 or so.
Timeout.
And a timeout. Called by South Lafourche. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break before this fourth down play. The Tarpons are trying to figure something out here on KLAB. Play coming up for South Lafourche here with 9:26 to go. Ball is on the 29-yard line. They've got to get it to about the 23.
Maybe here, look, something with Hughes out the backfield.
There's a 4 receiver set, strong side of the field to the left. Robert, little hitch, trying to get the go. He got leveled, and that ball just fell incomplete. Nothing he could do there. He got crushed, and the ball just kind of squirted on out. He was trying to get it on a go route.
Yeah, it's not the ideal situation where you want to be 4th and 7, where it's most times and not going to be a pass. He really didn't have much time at all.
So turnover on downs. We'll give Terrebonne the football at 9:22 to go. And Terrebonne showing why a lot of people are thinking that they'll be strong defensively with some of them big boys making an impact early in the game. Oliver. Lefty will throw it as far as he can down the field. They've got him over the top. It's caught, and it will be a one-play touchdown.
71 yard, about.
The top got taken off of the defense, and Terrebonne strikes. Showing their firepower. Snap on the extra point tries. Their kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:09 to go, the Tigers have a 14-0 lead. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Terrebonne strikes for a couple of big ones. Brian and I switched spots during that last commercial break. Brian, welcome to my world. It's not all that nice on that side of the box. Now I'll be able to see a little better to get you the play-by-play. That one is kicked down the field. And was it a fair call or offside? Yeah, offsides. So the kick never... I was wondering why they weren't running.
Tell you what. We're going to stand.
I say, yeah, like, feel free to stand over my shoulder, B, because, like, yeah, that one window is completely fogged shut.
You see the Tarpons get the ball and put a draw. They were moving the ball downfield, just you can't get a couple of negative plays or zero and move the ball.
There's a group of Tarpons out there, bombs away. It'll be kicked right at Hughes, it looks like. Catches it at about the 10, working up the field. It's a seam, look out! Oh, he dives across the 35. That was one of those where it was about one missed tackle away from Dre taking that one in his own way.
He gets through that, all he has is the kicker to beat down.
Great chance for Big Blue to try to get something on the board. As Brian said a second ago, they did move the football that first drive, just were not able to convert. Trips to the left side of the formation. It'll be an empty shotgun set. Robert shoots it down the middle. Jarvis has it, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, diving across midfield. That's a Golden Motors first down. And is it a fumble? Tarpons fell on it even if it was, but there's a little extracurricular there.
Landon Jarvis just has the skill to make the first man miss just about every single time when he catches a reception downfield.
So that's a Golden Motors first down. 8:44 and counting. Robert in the shotgun with Hughes. Ball in the right center hash. Gonna hand it to Dre. Dre tries to cut back, being slung down. A big number 99 for Terrebonne. That's a mule. That's a guy we've seen a couple times now. That would be Julian Coleman.
Coach Young early on is doing a great job mixing up the plays with a lot of safe passes for his young quarterback.
No doubt. Try to make it as easy as possible for Robert. Strong side of the field to the left. It's a 4-receiver set. 2nd and 8. Play action. Robert shoots it to the flats. Oh, nothing there. It's incomplete. Oh, that's a late hit. How is that not a flag? The hit was late. I guess the argument was going to be made that he thought he had the ball, but Bombaland met Jarvis and then slung him to the ground. He didn't have the football.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play there by the Tigers and Bombaland.
So 3rd and 8. Play clock down to 25. Still plenty of time. 7:45 to go in the opening half of the Jamboree. Hughes in motion. Robert has time. Shoots it deep down the seam. Petrie's getting held. They are not going to throw a flag. One official was tugging. I thought he was thinking about it. But then he kept it in the pocket, and it'll be 4th and 8.
Coach Young's asking, where's the flag?
You're right. There was a little contact down there, but it's okay. The Tarpons will punt it away. Chance to see Tyrese Edwards. Guess who's your long snapper?
Terrence?
Yep. Number 1. Diggs is back deep for the Tigers. Snap is there. Edwards will kick it away. It's a nice kick. We'll bounce inside the 20 and we'll roll. Boy, that's a beauty from Tyrese.
Oh.
Diggs, for some reason, touches the ball and just jumps on it at the 4-yard line. Brian, that one was maybe going to go in the end zone. And I don't know why you're touching it, but he does fall on it safely at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, good chance now. Tarpon's got them pinned back, but no matter where you are on the field, man, you got to give up. You cannot give up these big plays.
Yeah, got beat deep in the last one. That's something that we saw a little bit of in the scrimmage, and that's just something that can't happen. But the Tigers got to go 95 here, and they've got time to get there, 7:29. This should be a hydration timeout. It is smack dab in the middle of the quarter. But I don't know that they're aware of it. So you know when they're going to take it? After this play.
No way. No way.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know. The White Hats having a conversation with the umpire right now. I think they're saying, hey, boss, we missed the hydration break.
Well, they're taking a long time anyway.
Yeah. We'll see. See if the Tarpons get a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Quincy Adams in the backfield with Oliver.
Do we have a score from the Central South Terrebonne game?
We will at the half, for sure. Shotgun set. Also have a score from Thibodeau and Ellender. Little draw play. They give it to Adams off right tackle. Dives forward, gain of about 5 or so.
Our school board sponsor, Patriot Marine Services, want to thank them very much for coming aboard.
If you pass me that iPad, I could get the scoreboard rolling. Thank you, sir. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. Thibodeau leading Allender 14-7. Here's 2nd down and 5 for Terrebonne. Oliver shoot a little slant that falls off the shoulder pad of Diggs and incomplete, so bring up 3rd down. Chance for Tarpons to get off the field. In the aforementioned South Terrebonne and Central Lafourche game, we wrapped that one up with, looks like it came down to the last play, 22-22 at 8 seconds left. South Terrebonne at the goal line, so we'll see this one together. Here we got a 3rd and 5. Oliver waiting on the snap. Coach Woods likes to bring pressure. They do bring pressure. Shot to the sidelines, caught, and diving across the 20-yard line for a 1st down. Jamboree ended in a tie, 22-all. The field goal got blocked.
Oh.
South Terrebonne tried a field goal in the last play and they got blocked.
Wow. Again, scoreboard update brought to us by Patriot Marine Services.
Here the Tarpons had a chance to get off the field, and Oliver completed a little hook, getting Terrebonne out of the hole with 6:16 to go. Play action. Oliver has time all day to throw. Goodness almighty. Shoots it down the middle. That's just way too much time to throw. It's caught and complete at the 40-yard line. Number 11, Parker, makes the grab. I mean,
Oliver just had way too much time sitting back in that pocket.
Yeah, you can't guard for that long. It's a 20-yard pitch and catch. .548 on a rolling clock. Oliver waiting on the snap. Inside handoff, picking through the line is Adams, dives across the 45.
Cool.
Yeah, that Terrebonne offensive line is kind of mean, are they not? They like to block. I like watching these guys play. There is an injury on that Terrebonne offensive line right now, though. Big 68 looks to be banged up. That's Christopher Stewart.
Was that 98 blocking?
95, maybe? There was a guy that was blocking all the way through the echo on that last play.
The Tigers doing a good job. They get their wide outs that spread in the field, and that quick little hit and play right up the middle.
The officials blow it dead because the lineman Coleman, that was slow getting off the field. My apologies, that was Stewart. I had it right the first time. 2nd and 5. Shotgun set, ball to the 46-yard line. Oliver hands it to Adams off left tackle. Big gain. How far is he going to take it across the 35? Breaking tackle, spinning across the 25. Still running. Tripped up at the 15-yard line. Another big gainer for the Terrebonne Tigers. And Quincy Adams putting on a show.
Adams gained about 15 yards after that first contact. Tarpons missing a couple of tackles. Explosive running back.
Yeah, he's hard to bring down, and even when you make contact, it doesn't bother him half of the time. 4:13 and counting in the opening half of the Jamboree. Oliver in the gun with Adams again. More of a pistol this time, strong side of the field to the right. They hand it to him again. Big gain again. Is he going to score? He will. They take it into the end zone for a Terrebonne touchdown, and the Tarpon defense is a-struggling.
Not a good sign there on the defense when running backs in the end zone and you have 3 of you guys on their backs on the field. Terrebonne's just explosive off that line of scrimmage.
That Terrebonne offensive line doing what they do. And they are putting a hurting on South Lafourche in the early stages here. 3:55 to go. Late sub checking in on the extra point team.
Taking his good old time.
I was about to say that play clock down to 10. Got to get in there. Oh, the hold is number 4. I'm going to try to get you the kicker through the fog. The kick is up, and it is good. That is McCormick on the kick. And it is St. Germain on the hold. It's 21-0 Tigers. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back here on the Terrebonne Sports Radio Network. McCormick will kick it away. High end over in kick. Hughes will field it. Thought he was maybe going to let it go out of bounds. Working up the field across the 20. Hits a seam. Look out.
No.
Dre's got big speed. Gets to the outside. Tripped up at the 48-yard line. And boy, you saw that 4.4 speed right there. He hit that seam and he nearly took it to the house. Big return from Dre with 3:47 to go.
And start off with the kick. The kick was in a perfect position if you're a Terrebonne Tiger. Tarpon's kick return did a great job of blocking, and Hughes showed some speed and almost took it to the house.
He's next level fast. He has, as we said a second ago, he took it all the way to the Terrebonne 49, 1st and 10. He has a logged 4.440 second time. That's what the pros run. So he showed some of that speed there.
Now with 3:47 to go in the half, it's giving the Tarpons a pretty good chance to move this ball down the field and get some points.
And one thing to consider, and I know the Tarpons won't score a touchdown here, but now if you get it to the 15, 20-yard line, you can maybe kick a field goal. Serrano does have a leg, but the Tarpons are thinking 6 points here for sure. It's Jarvis in the backfield, play clock down, and there's going to be a delay of game. That just can't happen out of a kickoff. It's going to actually be a false start, but it was going to be a delay of game. I think the offensive line just fired out when they realized the clock was down to 0.
I think we had 10 on the field also.
Just a little bit of a miscue there. The Tarpons are late hustling on Leo Richardale into the field. Freshman seeing some action. So 1st and 15, taking a little bit of the juice out of the kick return. Robert shoots it down the middle for Hughes, and it's picked off. And here come the Tigers, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. This was going to the house.
Nope.
Pushed out right at the 2. Good hustle by the offense, not letting them score. But that was one where they kind of telegraphed it a little bit, trying to get it to Hughes, and Terrebonne picked it off. See if I can get an ID. Was it maybe 10? Looks like 10, which would have been Chris Delister Jr. So the young quarterback makes a mistake there, and the Tigers are hunting for more.
Ball looks like right inside the 5.
Yeah, right inside the 5 at the 4 is where the Tigers will take over and play 1st and 10. Oliver's still out there. We'll have Adams with him. Never thought I would say this in a Jamboree on August 29th. It's cold in here.
It is.
We are freezing. It's part of the reason why the windows are fogged up. Waiting on the shotgun snap. He's got it. Inside handoff, trying to bounce outside. He breaks a tackle. I don't think he got in. There's a flag on the play.
That should be holding.
Yeah, look. Oh, they're going to say that he scored. They're going to say he got in, but there's a flag and they've already walked it off, or marked it off, rather. There's holding on Terrebonne. Good job by Adams, just not taking no for an answer. He got leveled right at the line of scrimmage, just kept his legs churning. But I think the left tackle there grabbed hold of the jersey.
Be big for this Tarpon defense here to only give up 3 after this the interception.
So plenty time for Terrebonne. 3:23. It is 1st and goal. They're back outside of the 10-yard line now, about the 12. Oliver with Adams. Strong side of the field to the right. Drops back, shoots it down the middle, and it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Diggs in the corner of the end zone. Good coverage there by the Tarpons. Number 7, that'd be Jaden Lee. He was all over it.
Good pressure also from the Tarpons. Number 16 is like Duncan, Isaiah Duncan.
So 2nd and goal.
Tigers looked at a back shoulder pass that last time. Just sailed a little too high.
So hand it to Adams again, picking through the line. Much better job by the Tarpon defense that time. Maybe a gain of a yard. It was Bomberland on the carry that time. My apologies. And Isaiah Duncan was the Tarpon on the stop.
Also, Tucker Duncan coming up to make that stop.
There was a flag, came in late, and then just walking it off against the Tarpons. I don't think it was any unsportsmanlike. I think it was a 5-yard face mask, perhaps. Because they are marking it inside the 5 and we're repeating the down. So it was not any type of extracurricular, but I think it was a 5-yard face mask. I didn't see the signal. Well, that stinks if you're a Tarpon fan. It would have been 3rd and goal from about the 10 instead of 2nd and goal from about the 5. Oliver, inside handoff and just walking into the end zone there. Tigers got it into the end zone easily on the inside run. That's the big boy again, that time Quincy Adams scoring it, and it's 27-0 Tigers.
The size and the quickness of Terrebonne's front.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
they're very good.
They are.
The Tigers are strutting their stuff here. 2:11 to go. The extra point try from McCormick is up, and it is good. And we will take a 1-minute break. The Tarpons will try to score before the half here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Yeah.
$28-0 Terrebonne. Tigers will kick it away. Line drive kick. They're kicking it at Hughes again. He drops the catch this time, though. Picks it up, and he's going to be dropped at about the 16-yard line. This has been a weird broadcast, Brian. We got people opening up the box.
I just jumped in.
Well, you gotta say, yeah, they scared the life out of us. Terrebonne has scared the life out of South Lafourche so far. It has not been good. The Tigers have flexed their muscles here in this first half. And Tyler Lewis told us, he said, hey, y'all could talk about my skilled players till the cows come home. My offense and defensive lines are legit, and we have seen that. Their offensive line is incredible.
Yeah, very impressed.
2-minute drill opportunity perhaps for Big Blue. Not sure who the back is. Is that Jarvis? Inside, handoff to Jarvis. He gets it across the 20. Minimal gain. Got about 3. Late flag comes in. Well, we don't want to start seeing those. So this will be an unsportsmanlike conduct on somebody or a late hit on somebody. It is a dead ball personal foul in Terrebonne. So, XA O'Brien, not on us.
Yep. Extra 15 yards, move the ball.
It's a Golden Motors first down.
Hughes is playing some receiver now with Jarvis in the back.
I think Hughes is going to have a huge senior year. Like, you just can't be that fast and not have a big year. I think they're going to find ways to get him the ball.
So he's a senior?
Yes, sir. When Mack is back and they're able to stretch the field a little more effectively, I think that Dre's going to be a huge part to this offense. See if maybe even hit him here and sets inside, carry to nice Jarvis, run. Big gain, picks across the 40 to about the 43, gain of 8. Clock will continue, 1:30 and counting.
Landon Jarvis once again making his first man miss.
How about that? I was about to say, how about that depth the Tarpons are showing at running back? They don't have their starter tonight. They're 1,000-yard returnee, but are still making some things happen with Jarvis and Hughes. 2nd and 3. 1 minute to go. And there's a flag on the play, and we have a false start on South Lafourche. So we'll walk it back 5. At halftime, we will get you some scoreboard updates brought to you by Patriot Marine Services, LLC. We'll talk about this first half. We'll go take a peek what's happening between Thibodaux and Ellender. It was 14-7 last time we checked. How about Central and South Terrebonne coming down to the last play?
Wow.
2nd and about 7 here. Robert shoots it to Hughes on a little tunnel screen. He's leveled, and no, he dropped it. Incomplete. Not in the grand scheme of things, not the worst thing in the world for the Tarpons. He would have gained a yard or two, but he would have stayed in bounds, and the clock is running down. Bonvillain laid the hit.
Yeah, it seemed like the Tigers just were ready for that, and right when Hughes looked up, and he's got red jerseys or maroon jerseys right in front of him.
Yep. Ball at the 40. It's 3rd and about 5. 4 receivers set. 3 of them are to the left. 1 is to the right. Robert waiting on the snap. He's got it. Shooter deep down the field. Caught by Hughes across midfield. Makes a man miss. Cuts up the field. Dives at the 45. It's Golden Motors first down. Andravian Hughes.
Nice route by Hughes. Came back to the football. Made a good catch. And a nice job by Robert putting the ball right on the money.
Good sportsmanship there by Dre. Also, Chase Stewart for Terrebonne a little slow getting up. Dre helped him up. Clock is stopped momentarily. The Tarpons are going to have to get on the ball quick, though, because it is about to roll, and it does roll now. And they're still really not that close to running a play, and the Tarpons will actually call a timeout. We're ahead of schedule on the commercials, right? We could keep it this one.
Yeah, so we good.
Yeah, with halftime coming up, we don't want to double up the breaks, and we are ahead of schedule on our commercial sheet, so we'll keep it here. What do you think BJ's telling his guys right now?
Well, settle down right here. Let's not get a penalty out of a timeout coming onto the field, and you got with 5 yards for the first. Or
they just got it. Yeah, Dre just got it.
10. Telling them, look, you might call 2 plays in a huddle right here. Run some type of sideline route to catch the ball and to step out of bounds. I believe that's the Tarpons' second timeout. I don't know how many.
That's what I was about to say. I don't know what this format is. Obviously, in a real game, you would get 3. I would think you would get 2 in this, but that's Casey just started making that up. I have no idea. And we weren't given any type of rule sheet or anything of the sort.
See Dre's to the far side of the field.
Yeah, Dre's flanked all the way out to the right. Terrence is in the slot to the left. Jarvis in the backfield with Robert. Robert gets the shotgun snap. Under pressure, shoots it down the middle. There's Petrie. Petrie shakes, makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. If he got the first down, the clock will stop, and I think he did. Right at the 35, the clock will stop. 19 seconds to go. Tarpon's going to have to get on the ball quick.
Had it kind of a little crisscross there with Terrence right over the middle, and great job by Robert just stepping up in the pocket.
Wasting some time here, guys. At 8 seconds, then they do get off a snap. Robert will throw it as far as he can. He's got him wide open. It'll be a Tarpon touchdown. Terrence Petrie down the sideline. How many times have we seen that one before?
That's the two plays they called in the huddle. And Terrebonne Tigers, how can you leave Terrence Petrie that wide open?
Tarpons get on the board, and it's 28-6. And that actually will be the last play of the half, so the Tarpons will get an extra point, and then we'll get our halftime.
Nice execution from the Tarpons in a little 2-minute drill.
Serrano will try to bang this thing home. Jaden Lee is the holder. Serrano's got plenty leg, Tarpon Nation will learn. Hopefully he proves me right here. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. So we go to the half, and he got rough too at the end of it, but that won't matter in the grand scheme of things. We go to the half. It's 28-7. Excuse me. We'll be back in 3 minutes with our first halftime break here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. They nearly got burned by Mr. Hughes earlier in the game. The last kick to Dre, he didn't catch it clean. Look at our buddy Mr. Brandon Brown down there walking on the sidelines.
Just trash here or no? No.
No, it's not. Do you need a bag?
No, I just want to get rid of it.
McCormick will kick it away. Right to left in 51 seconds exactly. But look at the weapons out there. You got Jarvis, Hughes, and Petrie. I mean, Hughes has been the one touching them, but who do you really want to kick to out of that group? Not really a good option for anybody on the other side.
Yeah, you're right. That's some weapons. I mean, any one of these can take it to the house.
"23 seconds away. Remind you guys that tomorrow morning we're going to have the Sports Corner from 10 to 12. We'll get Brian on at some point. I know Brian's going to be out of town. We'll get him on at some point.
Yeah, I'll be available.
Some of our watching is going to be coinciding with Texas and Ohio State. That starts at 11. If Drake could take one to the house here. He almost did earlier. 15 minutes on the clock. McCormick has it on a tee. Let's roll. It's a little pop-up kick. There's not any white shirts there. Boy, very heads-up play, I think, by Tucker Dantin. That ball landed right at his feet. The old fire drill. That's 45 for the Tarpons. Tyler Lyons, excuse me, saved the day there. Freshman had the ball land right in his lap. Because otherwise, that one was going to Terrebonne.
Yeah, great job by Lyons realizing it's a live ball.
Doesn't it freak you out that we're calling out those, like we said Leo Richardale, that's an LCO guy. We said Tyler Lyons. Like, these middle school guys that we see are making early impacts, man.
Freshmen, more and more, they're getting their chance to play. And
Tell you what.
They produce.
After some of the things we saw Tyler Lyons do last year at LCO, I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
Tarpons, it looks like they back in with their starters.
Yeah, Robert will be in there with Jarvis. 3 receiver shotgun set, Petrie in motion. They hand it to Jarvis. Nice, gain across the 40. Dives to the 44. Gain of 9 on the first down.
Good job blocking by that left offensive line for the Tarpons on that last play.
That last kickoff was brought to you by PMC Insurance.
For Georgia's, Carter Colley looking for the left guard. Can't get a number.
Yeah, I can't quite make out the number either. 2nd and 1. Ball at the 44, right smack dab in the middle of the field. Inside handoff. That's Golden Motors first down to the 47-yard line. Jarvis dives across.
Good execution by the Tarpons, just getting that first down.
62-71. Let's see. 71 is Darius Allen. 62 is Carter Colley.
56.
56 would be Drake Terrebonne. Let's see. 60.
That's Sawyer.
Sawyer. I think we got them all.
Yeah, we got them all. They're doing a good job, man, against that big defensive
I would say this might be the best front they see all season, too. A lot of college guys on that front. Ball near midfield at the 47-yard line. Robert will hand it to Jarvis again. Jarvis will this time be slammed down to the turf. Good open field tackle that time by, I believe, number 8 for Terrebonne. Bombelan on the stop. That's number 9. We've called him out a couple times. Brenson Bombelan.
Yeah, Jarvis tried to break it to the outside, but couldn't get away from that one tackle.
Second and 9. Waiting on the snap. Robert. Shoot a slant.
Nice.
Jarvis is wide open. Nice gain across the 35 to the 32. That's a Golden Motors first down. And that's a really pretty pitch and catch.
Think about Coach Young's offense, and he continues to do this year in and year out. Just plugs different people into these spots, and they execute.
So 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. The Tarpons are on the move. And this is the Terrebonne First defense by and large. There's a lot of the same guys that we've been calling out. Hughes will be in the backfield this time. Robert making some checks. Hughes flanks out. Robert shoots it down the middle. Incomplete. He overshot everybody, and he took a lick for his trouble, too. But it falls incomplete. Clean hit.
Yeah, you can tell maybe his shoot right there showed. He just got rid of the ball.
So 2nd down and 10, 12:25 to go in this Jamboree. Reminder, next week we're at Thibodaux. Hughes will take it on a counter, trying to bounce outside. And oh my goodness, he's body slammed to the ground by number 21, I believe, for Terrebonne. That is Malik Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews did a good job coming up. Dre tried to bounce it to the outside. Matthews was right there saying, "No, sir, staying inside."
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. 11:54 to go and counting. Gotta find one. Where is one? One's in the slot to the left side of the formation. Robert takes the snap. Looking that way. Oh, just incomplete. Terrence was open right at the sticks. Robert just overshot it a little bit. This is no man's land. The Tarpons are going to go for this at the 33. Why not? You can't punt it from here. You can't make a field goal from here.
Yeah, Terrence was open just a little bit too wide. But then again, he had one guy that was coming from the backside pressuring Robert.
Yeah, if Robert could have stepped into that one with a little less pressure, he probably would have been able to get it off. 4th and 10. Robert, under duress, flushed out. Can he run for it? Across the 30, he's not going to get there. Good play by the 10th grader, but he did not get the first down. A little pushing and shoving after the play on the offensive line side. But Robert gets about 5 yards.
Yeah, it was a good job by Robert. Not forcing the ball, even though it was 4th down, but trying to get to the outside. Just Terrebonne's a little too quick for that. But you like to see your quarterback making that decision, tucking it and running.
We'd have loved to, if I would have known the possession would have taken this long, we'd have maybe taken a 1-minute break, but now they're back on the field. The Tigers are going to come back out with Oliver. And boy, the guy who has been putting on a show today, number 5, Quincy Adams, South of Hoops, has had a whale of a time slowing him down. 3 receiver set. Oliver waiting on the snap. Keep it. A little option run to the outside. Tarpons are in pursuit and will push him out of bounds by the 36-yard line. Gain of about 5 or so.
Yeah, a good play by right there from the Terrebonne Tigers with the option. And where's all this? Oh, all stars only playing for,
Yeah, no. The starters both ways are going to be going the duration. I've come to grips with.
Yeah, and look, I think Coach Lewis wasn't happy with that last possession into the quarter, so he was definitely coming back with his guys on defense.
Yeah, it's one thing to say, yeah, we'll play everybody, and then it's another thing when you get into the live fire, like competitive.
Done that many times.
I feel you, brother. 2nd and 4. Oliver has a lot of time surveying his options, shoots it incomplete at the feet of the receiver. Oh, they're giving it to him. Wow. They'll say that one was caught by Terrence Diggs. I thought it skipped, but the officials disagree, and it is a first down at the 49-yard line.
First down. To go back and look at that one.
Yeah, it sure looked like he sandwiched it, but to the officials' credit, there are 2 of them right there, and they both right away said he had it. One thing that Terrebonne is doing in this second half is they are being a little more methodical, taking a little more time in the huddle. Might have a shorter second half than we did first. Oliver will hand it to Adams. Big hole, exploding. 30, 25, 20. Tripped up and stopped at the 12. And look, that is a freight train running downhill, but that's an offensive line that's just dominating up front right now for Terrebonne.
It's so quick development. I mean, the offensive line fires out, and Adams is just so darn quick to hit that hole.
He's knocked down at the 12, 10, 14, and counting. Terrebonne up 28-7. Trying to add to their advantage. Quads. Oliver shoots it to the sideline. It's caught. Working near the end zone. Tripped up at about the 3. That's number 16 for the Tigers. Bouquet. So Bouquet makes a nice grab. Gets it to the 2.
Araujo always up to make the play, kind of skip through that tackle.
And marking back at the 3. So it will be, actually to the 4. So it'll be second and about 1.
You know, the Tigers could come with a quarterback draw. Not right here, possibly, but...
Or they could give it to Adams. That's not a bad idea, but the Tarpons are there. They just can't bring him to the ground, and he's in. My goodness, a grown man run. Tarpons had him bodied up at the line of scrimmage. He just kept his legs churning, and it's 34-7 Terrebonne.
Yeah, look, that big offensive line with a running back like Adams, you can see some good things from these Terrebonne Tigers this season.
Brian, they've got a guy even more explosive that I don't know that we've seen tonight. We haven't called out the name Alvin Celestine yet. He is a 4-star recruit. I don't think he's even played. So yeah, pretty good ball team here in Houma. McCormick's extra point try. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is good. So Terrebonne adds 1. Let's take a 1-minute break. It's 35-7. We'll be right back here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
We gotta get 2 2 breaks in.
It's so dry and nobody scored.
Yeah, it's... We still got...
We're here with Coach Brian Kale. McCormick will be kicking it away. Tarpons have their usuals back there. Petrie, Jarvis, Hughes. McCormick will do the pop kick again. It'll be fair caught and grabbed at the 32-yard line. That was number 5. Rezdue.
First down, got a scoreboard update from Brother Scott chiming in there. Auburn 17, Baylor 10 at halftime.
I was told by a buddy that Auburn looked good in the early stages of that one.
Thank Patriot Marine Services for that scoreboard update.
I'm going to go check now. I got to go check how Coach Prime's doing. Hopefully they are losing decisively. They had started off well, though. We were talking about that earlier. Didn't mean of me to say that. I hope they're losing decisively. They're 13-13 in the third quarter there. First and 10 for Robert and the Tarps. Ball at the 34-yard line. Inside handoff to Jarvis. Gonna spin around and get tripped up near the line of scrimmage. Boy, I tell you what, number 98 for Terrebonne's a football player. That would be, hey, 99 actually, Julian Coleman. Guess what? That's one of the guys getting offers. One of the.
You can see why.
Yeah, he's all over the field. I think he actually may be a UAM guy. If so, Mr. Hud Jackson, good football player coming your way. Terrebonne thinks this is their year. They made it to the Dome in 1983. They did not win the championship. They think that they've got a chance to make a run at it. They have been very impressive tonight. Inside handoff to Jarvis out of the gun. Picks to the line. Big gain. 50, 45, 40, 35. Shoved out of bounds at the 30. Big gain. Golden Motors first down. Landon Jarvis, Baby J, with a big hole from that offensive line.
That was a great job by the Tarpon offensive line. The defense from the Terrebonne Tigers are coming across the line of scrimmage hard, and if they don't make that initial hit or slow the runner down, it could be big gains. Great execution, again, on the Tarpon offensive line.
Tarpons make a nice play there. Empty shotgun set for Robert. Now Jarvis joining him. Inside handoff to Jarvis, picking through, diving across the 30, flips across about the 26 rather, gain of about a good 4 or 5 yards. In about 5. Second down for the Tarps. If we're doing hydration breaks, it would be coming up pretty soon. There's 7:50 and counting. I don't know that we did one in the first half, though.
Yeah, we did.
We did? Okay.
It was like a possession or something. It was extra time.
Okay.
I guarantee they can do it here. The officials eyeing that clock.
So we expect the last play before a commercial. Robert shoots it down the middle. Hughes just can't quite hang on. It was a little behind him, and that will be the heat and humidity break. So let's take a 1-minute break. The Tarpons are driving. Get a free timeout here. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Tarpons come out of the heat timeout and give the ball to Jarvis off right tackle. He gets a short gain, maybe a yard. Very, very little. And it'll bring up 4th down. But there's a flag on the play. I didn't see the flag on the play. And they're going to discuss. We have Tarpons are clapping. I think this might be on Terrebonne. This is a dead ball, personal foul on the Tigers. Brian, hey, look. You and I have been the ones that have been the most critical of South Lafourche and their personal foul issues. Right now, the personal foul tally is 2-0.
Yep.
Tarpons have not had one tonight.
First down for South Lafourche.
And this one will give the Tarpons a Golden Motors first down. And Tyler Lewis is livid. He just called a timeout and said, yeah, let's talk. Oh, he's not livid at his team as much as the official. Never mind. You know, he's not happy with the officials. So there was something he saw that he didn't disagree with, and he's still laying into him. That timeout will let us finish off the sponsor sheet. We rattled off most of them, but we still got a few more. Maritime Safety Solutions, providing service to the marine industry and a variety of fire safety equipment. Lady of the Sea General Hospital, compassionate medicine close to home. Golden Motors, where price is priority. Galliano Fresh Market, serving you since 1976. The Blue Boot Foundation, driving awareness to childhood drowning. Make a difference. And Henry LaFond, School Board District number 7.
Yeah, Coach Tana Lewis is not very happy.
When I saw the immediate timeout, I was thinking it's going to be, hey, man, like, let's lay into the guys. No, it was, hey, let's lay into the white hat.
He did.
Yeah, not happy. He got his money's worth. The ball's now at the 12-yard line. Tarpon's trying to punch one in. That's Hughes in the backfield. They'll give it to Dre, picking through inside the 10, spinning at the 5, tripped up at the 3. So Dre didn't score there, but a gain of 9. Really nice first down
That
game.
was a pretty good run by Hughes. That was a police officer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. 7:40 to go, 2nd and 1. They hand it to Hughes again, spinning, he didn't get in, and he gets dropped hard. And he didn't get the first down either. The officials are saying stop the clock. I'm not sure exactly why. Was there a flag on the field? Well, the clock didn't stop, so maybe this was an inadvertent signal from the official. Oh, no, they're saying stop the clock to move the chains. They're saying Dre got it. My apologies. Didn't think he got the first down, but he did. So that's why they stopped the clock. Reset the chains. It'll be 1st and goal. A little surprising to me. I didn't think he got anything, but the Tarpons got a little push, and Dre moves forward. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Give it to him 4 times in a row, BJ. Robert drops the snap, rolls out to the left, and he's stacked up at the 8-yard line. Number 43 for Terrebonne on the tackle. That was Chance Cunningham. Look, we've talked about this, and now a timeout called right away by the Tarpons. So let's take it with them. A 1-minute break. The Tarpons are trying to punch it in. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Welcome back. 5:35 to go in a 28-point game. The Tarpons are trying to punch it in. The last snap that they had was one that Robert couldn't corral. I think it was a good snap. I think he just might have dropped it. Was maybe looking up the field. Hughes is in the backfield with him. Robert, throw it into the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terrence Petrie, and it fell incomplete. Double coverage. Terrebonne said, hey, we lost him one time. And that's going to be all. That time they had 2 defenders there. It was a little jump ball situation. Terrence had a chance to bring it in. And there was a flag on the... No, not a flag on the play. My apologies. That's a yellow cleat that I saw. Not a flag. 3rd and goal. Ball right in the middle of the field. Shotgun set. Inside give to Hughes. He's going to get a little closer. He's not going to get in. He's going to get to about the 6-yard line. There's a flag all the way on the far sideline at the 4. And I just don't know how that could be on Terrebonne. Oh, it is on Terrebonne. Personal foul on Terrebonne. I was thinking that it was thrown right at the snap, a legal formation potentially, but it was a personal foul on Terrebonne, and that should be an automatic first down. It depends what type of personal foul it is.
Yeah, I don't. It may not be a first.
There's a personal foul. The ball did move forward a little bit. It's still third down. They give it to Hughes. I think he's in. He's driving and he's in. And Dravian Hughes will get into the end zone. And that is a Tarpon touchdown with 5:12 to go. That a boy, Dre.
That was a good push by the offensive line up front.
And the Tarpons take advantage again of some Terrebonne penalties.
Maybe have another one. Nope.
Serrano waiting on the snap. Jaden Lee will hold. Lee gets the snap. It's a little wide. Fire drill. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to look to run. He's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. The snap was a little wide. The timing was a little off. And that one will throw that one for a loop. Let's take a break, a 1-minute break. It is 35-13 here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Terrebonne trying to ice it down. Tarpons get into the end zone. Terrebonne will try to answer with 5:12 to go. They've got a big lead, 35-13 here in the Jamboree. But a good job by the Tarpon offense, man, running the football effectively. I tell you what, I know one thing that BJ was always talking about is, man, well, there was a personal foul on the Tarpons. I never saw a flag, I never saw a signal, nothing, but they're walking the kickoff off 15. So the Tarpons will kick from the 25. I never saw the White Hats say, hey, personal foul. We never saw a flag.
It may be on the bench. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but yeah, Serrano's walking it back, so the Tarpons will be kicking off 15 yards deeper. That's a little confusing. After the kickoff, I'll get you the point I was about to make about the Tarpon running game. Serrano's got it on a T, left-right kickoff, and it is a pop kick. That is going to be bouncing at the 40. The Tigers will hustle it in. They've got a wall. Trying to get outside. How far are they going to run? 45-40. Pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line, so Terrebonne will have ideal starting field position. That is 14. Ratcliffe.
Yeah, right there at that time, the pursuit came to one side of the field and they got around to the wide side.
So the point that I was about to make before the kickoff and the penalty and all that good stuff was BJ's always saying, hey, at the beginning of the year, man, Meathead gets a little tired at times and we don't like giving him a break because he's so valuable. tonight, the Tarpons have showed, hey, they got running backs,
yes,
man.
yes,
I mean,
do.
Hughes has played well. Jarvis has played well. Running back depth, not an issue for the guys in the white jerseys tonight.
Back over here.
The window situation, not the greatest. 5:01 to go. I think this is a new quarterback in there for the Tigers. Try to get a jersey number. It's going to be an inside handoff. The Tarpons are all over. Throwing them for loss. Brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. It's number 12, the quarterback. That's Chase Stewart, I believe. No, that's 16, the quarterback. My apologies. Ian Buquet. 17, the ball carrier, Braylon Williams.
Good job up front by the Tarpons. Again, that's... Is it Dante still in there at 44? Or?
So this is the Tarpon first defense. This is the Terrebonne second offense. The Tarpons want to get a stop here. You should be able, if them big boys up front are not in the game anymore, you should be able to get a little push here. And we see it again on an outside run, but getting outside is the tailback across the 30, dropped at the 28. So bring up third and about 4.
Yeah, we're under 5 minutes to go here in the game.
I want to thank everybody so much for listening. And remind you that tomorrow morning we will bring you the Sports Corner. UK waiting on the snap. Tarpon sending pressure. It's a muff snap. Ball's on the ground. We're going to see who picked it up. I think Terrebonne picked it up. It'll be 4th down. Coach Woods was bringing the house. The Tarpons were blitzing everyone. And when the timing of the shotgun snap dropped onto the ground, just became a dead play. It'll bring up 4th and 7. See if Tarpons get off the field here. Trips to the left side of the formation. Buquet gets the snap. Throws it as far as he can down the field. Jump ball, and it's incomplete. The only person I think who had a chance to catch that one was a Tarpon safety. It was maybe Rez Due down there. And it falls incomplete, and the Tarpons will take over on
I
downs.
thought you were going to say an official. That was the only one. They made an attempt at it.
So with 2:55 to go, the Tarpons will likely be the start of their final possession of the game.
Good job by the Tarpon defense.
Yeah, it's crazy how when the college offensive line is not in the game, there's a little more penetration from the defensive line. Just get the feeling this Terrebonne team's going to be special, and I think the Tarpons have some backups out there too.
It is.
Robert, I think, still under center, but he is already the backup quarterback. But this is going to be a handoff, and we'll try to get you the names just of some guys who are out there. 17, Elliot Shermy. 22 is Lucas Arujo. That's a freshman. 29, Jonathan Hernandez. 28 is out there, Tristan Due. That was actually the ball carrier. 81 would be, I don't have an 81, so.
We're 51, Liam Emord.
We'll try our best to get as many names called out as we can in these final couple of snaps as the Tarpons have put in the reserves. They're taking their time. Really pretty much just kind of salting this one down. Inside handoff to Due, not much. 59-95. Let's see, 59 for the Tarps would be Liam Abear, 95, Colin Showalter. 57 would be Jean Robert. 81, again, let's say that's one we don't have. 140 and counting. Another couple of snaps here. It is 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11 for the Tarps. So what we're going to do when this game wraps up, we're going to take a break and then come back and put a bow on it. Robert grinding the play clock all the way down. Now we'll look to run. Getting outside, and then we'll be tripped up at the 36-yard line. I tell you what, Brian, it's not easy when you're not the starting quarterback and the whole camp you're getting backup reps to come into the Jamboree and do what Bo Robert has done tonight.
Yes.
He has played
Absolutely.
pretty well, and to the point to where the Tarpons have a quarterback that's going to be A-OK going forward. And BJ's saying, you know what, we're not even going to punt this thing. We're going to just stay out there inside of a minute. And there's a very real scenario where there's just 2 plays left in this one. This one and then the next, which would be probably a Terrebonne kneel down. If the Tarpons don't get the first down. Oh, BJ will actually call a timeout with 1 second. Now they actually will punt it away. So my apologies there. I kind of jumped the gun.
Hey, look, it gives you an extra rep with your punt team.
Yeah, look, the last punt, the snap wasn't the best. You get a chance to clean all that up. Terrence back out there one more time saying, boss, I've been playing all night. Finally got a little time off. I got to come back out here and snap this ball. I think the instructions to Terrence would be, you snap this ball and then you just run to the sideline, son. Don't want him getting involved in any tackles here. Wobbly kick. So much for running to the sideline, because number 1's going to be down there downing the football. Can't get him to turn the motor off. 14 seconds to go, 1 more play left.
You know, it may sound silly here, but you got your punt team an extra rep.
Yeah.
Where you got them to run on the field. Because in a game, you know, you may come down to it.
I got to shout out my little cousin, Scotty Bourret Jr. in the game on that Tarpon defense. Number 43, Gunnar Felleries. 45, Tyler Lyons. 64, Darby Danos. As the lights come on. Thank God they weren't on the whole game. We can't see anything.
You think they take a knee here, but...
Yeah, they're in the gun. They're going to just run a dive, and then that'll be all she wrote.
Nope.
No, they will take a knee out of the gun. I've never seen that before. Maybe once or twice, but that will wrap it up. So, let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break, 2-minute break. What are we supposed to do in the post game? Brian's got the sheet. We'll go ahead and take a
Let's go 2 minutes.
2-minute break. And when we get back, Brian and I will put a pin in this one as Terrebonne gets a Jamboree win over South Caboose. Thank you so much for listening on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.